Okay, Dana, you can go ahead and tell us about yourself and then begin.
Okay, great. I see Catherine has a salon and Mary sells dry fish. What does Elizabeth sell?
Charcoal, wooden, bent charcoal.
Okay, charcoal. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I had everybody. Okay, welcome. My name is Danaya Scanavarino, and I am a digital. Oh, it says recording was stopped.
Yes, you can go ahead. Just go on.
Okay, I'm a digital marketer. I have been in the business for over 25 years. I love what I do, and I work with brands to connect them to multicultural consumers. And my agency's name is Lunasol Media, and I absolutely am a marketing geek, especially with digital marketing. And so I am happy to be here. And today I'm actually going to talk about, we're going to go a little bit back to the basics and talk about the 5 Ps of marketing and see where we can all apply those concepts to everybody's businesses.
All right, thank you very much. So, Makamba Tiznana was bad then So, the bad digital marketer. So, digital marketers to Landasi, whenever Bala Wonfia, Amafoni, internet, Goati, abantu bashapa business yabo. So, banda the author assigned the 5 Ps of marketing. You don't touch the market, call about so content 55 and they call them 5 Ps. So I put us and be to understand for the my business, yes. Thank you so much. You can proceed. My camera is misbehaving, so I'll turn it off.
Okay, great. What I'll do is I will start sharing my screen so we can go over the presentation. And today's a short presentation because I'd rather spend more time seeing how we can apply these principles to everybody and to see how we can help with everybody's business strategy, specifically the marketing strategy. So we're going to talk about the 5 Ps of marketing. And these are the basic principles for every business. When you're building out a marketing plan, you want to make sure that you can answer these 5 questions, right? These 5 topics, that you have an absolute perfect understanding of each one as it applies to your business. So I already introduced myself. My name is Danai. Digital marketing for over 25 years. I have 2 sons, and actually I need to update this because I have 2 grandbabies, and I love dad jokes. I hate fluff, which is why when I do presentations, I really like to focus on the numbers. I like to focus on the strategy and get right to it. So here we go. The 5 Ps of marketing consist of product, price, people, and promotion and place. And so these factors help your business make the right decisions about your marketing strategy. And these actually were created from the 40s through the 60s. They were really people was added. It used to be the 4 Ps of marketing, but then the powers that be realized that people are a big part of the marketing mix, and so they added people to it. Okay, let's talk about product. Well, your product is a mixture of the design of something that you're selling, the niche, right? Who you're selling it to, and the functionality. What does your product actually do? And so a product does not necessarily have to be sold in a store. It can be either a tangible item, something that you can place in your hand, or it can be a service, or it can be a digital item, right? Anything that you can download, anything that you can work with online, on your phone, on a computer. As long as, this is very important, your product creates value in exchange for money. So when people are willing to pay for your product, then that's a product, right? You're creating value in exchange for money. And so a product can always be a service, or it can be a digital item, or again, a tangible item that you can hold in your hands. And you have to pay great attention to its details so that it can find a place in the market, especially when you have a lot of competition or it's a saturated market. You want to make sure that the value that you create is going to set you apart. And there are a lot of other things within the 5 Ps that help you set yourself apart. But product is obviously the beginning. You want to make sure that you create value in exchange for a price. And everybody here, from the products that we talked about, the salon, the charcoal, and the dry fish, those are absolutely items that people need. And so that right there is a value in exchange for price. Okay, so the key features of a product are being demanded or creating demand, right? And again, it was something that I just discussed, where your 3 products are things that people want or need, right? And so factors of a product that create this demand are the functionality, the quality, the appearance, maybe the warranty you offer, the packaging, or just the fact that it's a necessity, that people need it to survive. And so if you have a digital product, the packaging would be the landing pages or the process that you have for onboarding clients onto that product, onto that online service. So after you have decided the key factors of your product, right? Again, what is the functionality? What is the quality you're offering? Does it look nice? Does it look appealing? Does it look nicer than your competitor's product? Are you offering any warranty? If it doesn't work, do you tell people that they can bring it back after a week? And what does the packaging look like? Again, does it look nice? Is it something that people want to purchase? I will stop right there because I just realized I forgot to let you translate.
All right, thank you very much. So by the time that's 5 Ps of marketing biology by product line, product into formulation from weight. So number the amount of product here, like I said, the saying, if you know like what the outcome of the product. So when that's product, Baba mwa idoresha mushida ingaleta chintu chomudarefwa. So the mokuchira bachiri quality you want to that the Malaysia but the Malaysia in the Pamba light. Yeah, maybe your chocolate takes long to burn especially some type of way, so quality of the so the food kulavati, the molecular appearance. Now, so people will choose you. Now, the long packaging, the more in the fish you sell. Well, people just display it like that. When they don't want to buy because they want to be so they become like they come to a trends to the Morika it's just a crack penny. You more functionality of which bomb fish, etching out to the fine. Then they go because it's just a necessity because I want to cabbage. Right? Sugar, when going sugar, and it's because it's a necessity, so people buy it. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now let's go on to the price. So the price of a product can be a tricky thing to set because there are a lot of factors that you need to take into account when you want to reach a decision about your pricing strategy. And price is a very, very important, if not, I would say one of the most important parts of a business, especially when you're not selling a service. For example, if you're selling a product that maybe you're competing with a lot of people selling the same product, sometimes having a better pricing strategy will be the difference between you succeeding and maybe beating out some of your competitors. So here are some of the things that you want to consider with your price. You want to consider the manufacturing or your supply costs. How much does it cost you to get that product before you sell it, before you mark it up? what is the average price that your target market, that your customers are paying for this type of product, if there is a competing product. And for everybody here, that does exist. Everybody has competitors. What are your advertising costs? How much money are you going to put into constantly promoting your business so that not only do you retain the current customers that you have, but you also constantly bring in a new flow of customers? Seasonal discounts whenever there are holidays, for example, the hair salon, whenever there's a holiday, everybody wants to get their hair done. So absolutely important to think about those items. Can you offer a 10% discount for a specific holiday, right? And is it going to eat too much into your profits to where it's not really going to make sense? Or maybe you're selling so much more of the product that lack of profit is made up by the amount that you're selling, the quantities that you're pushing. Credit terms, and the credit terms go both ways, right? Are you getting credit terms from your suppliers, your manufacturers, and are you able to offer credit terms to your customers? I'm not a fan of offering credit terms to customers. When you're a small business or when you're a solopreneur where you own the company and you're your only employee, I'm a fan of, and we talked about this a lot in the last meeting. I'm a big fan of layaway, letting people pay up until they pay it completely, and then you have the product for them delivered, right? And you also need to worry about competitor pricing, because if you're priced way, way higher than your competitors, but you're not giving such a value, such a quality that people don't mind paying for it, then you really need to focus on pricing and making sure that you are competitive in your rates. So I'll stop right there and let you translate.
All right, thank you. So section number 2 pricing. Pricing, marketing important. So because if you determine whether you make profit or not. So for example, I'm send the kumazabuka. Now they send them to UK. Because cost transportation, so then again, target markets. We share for example, and you want to sell and maybe Brazilian because your target markets, they are not well to do. So you should prefer buying something that they'll be able to buy. Also, seasonal discounts. Credit terms. When you're selling things on credit, some people price differs. Something for 100 kwacha, they sell it at 200. Was not expecting like for a long time. Then also competitors pricing. That's when you get a so that you also be able to determine your price depending on whatever you're selling. Season and the price. Thank you.
Thank you. So going back to price, just a few things to think about. When entering the market for a first time, some companies tend to lower the price level to create a particular demand, right? They're the new thing in town, and so they want everybody to at least try their product, right? And so that is a good practice, but you shouldn't forget that you have to compensate for that unreceived profit in order to keep your supply chain working, right, or developing. So you need to make sure that if you're coming out with discounted pricing, that your customers know, hey, this is a first-time discount. but it eventually will go back to the normal pricing because you do want to make sure that you keep your profits in a good position. Okay, did you want to real quickly translate that and then I'll go into promotion?
Yes, please. So whether that's the pricing, yeah, you know, maybe what I'm discounts. If you're making a sure team, that's how you can promotion. Kabwela kumtengo wa washani uwakali. And the makota na promotion time unafanya price ka you reduce. So it's important you compensate for that time. Mwasanya chile kwa ndara pangira mlepiasha so that yanama discount na I still gets back this money. Remember, you're in business to make money. So even when you discount, you should be able to balance. Thank you.
Great. Okay. So then let's talk about promotion, which is how your key messages about your product reach the public. How do people learn about what it is that you are offering them? And so promotion is basically how to do campaigns, how to create ads, and any other way that you are going to let the world know, your customer, your target customer, that you are there and what you're offering and why they should come to buy your product. And so one important element about your promotion is narrowing down your target audience because number one, it lowers your cost of promotion, right? You don't want to be promoting, for example, the hair salon. If you don't service men, you don't want to be promoting that hair salon to men. If you just focus on children, well, then, you know, you want to make sure that you're targeting the mothers usually, because they're the ones that generally make the decision about the babies and the children. And so you really want to focus on who your target market is so that you don't spend unnecessary money on promoting to the wrong people or to a larger audience than what you really, really need to narrow down. And so it also will backfire if you get bad reviews from people that don't really match your target market. And so again, you want to make sure that you're very much aware of who your target market is and how you can reach them, right? So two big things: who is your target market and how can you reach them to promote to them? I'll let you translate.
All right, thank you very much. So when I tell you about promotion name, it's important to share promotion for example, determine whether their children can get their hair done. So then again, but then let's see, child welfare important also. Which the focus because imagine me, for example, I'm not PSA. Then when I started my year in school, these ones are nice, or they come to me, I just like because first of all, I don't wear this, I don't understand anything. And one of four would be because one has sent a bad feedback. But which is, it's because of the mistake you made. You targeted the wrong person. Understand my earrings, or be like, oh my God, these are beautiful, these are even cheap, you know. So it's important you narrow down and focus on people that need what you have and target them like thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, and these are just a few mediums for promotion, just to get everybody thinking. This is by no means the entire list of ways you can promote. There are so many creative ways to promote, and some ways are free and some ways cost money. I'm a big fan of when you're a new business, and again, when you're a solopreneur and you're tight with the money, with the startup money, you want to be very, very intentional and very careful about how you spend that money on promotions, because you still need to, again, buy your inventory and, work with cash flow and things like that. And so really, really important to be creative about promotion and promotion mediums. And so a few items that you can use to promote are sponsorships. If there is an event happening and your target market is going to be at that event, maybe you can sponsor it. And that doesn't have to be money. Sometimes you can go ahead and, give away a small sample of what you're selling with your business card, or in a bag that has your name on it, and your logo and your company information. So sponsorships don't always have to be that you pay money to be at an event. Sometimes a sponsorship can just mean that you're offering free product, right? Or a free, I don't know, you're at an event for women, and maybe for the salon, you want to offer, a prize of a free hairstyle for the winner of a raffle or something like that. So really important to be really creative about how to do promotions and not always think that you have to spend money. Another way to promote is through banners, catalogs, right? Anywhere that you can put up a sign, again, these types of events, and you can barter. I'm a big fan of bartering. So you can barter for space to put up your banner if, again, you give away free product or something, and if it makes sense for your pricing and for your cash flow situation. Digital advertising. And that includes also influencer campaigns, where you either pay someone in money, in monetary compensation, to talk about your product on their social media, or you give them free product and they give a review. So it depends, again, on your product, on your strategy, on your target market, but there are always ways to promote. You have public relations activities where you can, try to get a local journalist to write about your business, to feature your business. And that's a really great free way to get good publicity. If you have a wonderful story, and a wonderful story doesn't have to be that you're this winner at everything you do. A wonderful story can be, you've dealt with struggles, and you've created this business to better your family. You've created this business to better your community, to serve someone. That is a great story. And, newspapers, magazines, and not just the print ones, but also a lot of the online ones are always looking for good stories to promote. So that's a great way to promote your business, is public relations. Emailing. Always, I'm a big fan of making sure you create your own email list. So anytime somebody buys something, get their email address and their name, write it down, have them fill it in a journal that you leave at your office if you have an office, or at a store, or have them sign up online. Always, always collect people's information whenever you serve them, or even if they're just interested, collect their information so you have a database that you own of customers and leads, because that is really, really important. Affiliate marketing, we talked about that in the last session, right? Where you can pay people to promote your products, and you can pay them a commission in exchange for the sales that they generate for you. And one of my favorites, word of mouth. A happy customer is a great promotion strategy, because when somebody tells somebody else how much they appreciated your product, your service, that is just free advertising, and it's wonderful. So you can incentivize your customers, give them a discount, if they send you a referral of a customer, right? Or, make sure that they leave you a good review on Google, and you will give them whatever it is that you want to incentivize them with. There are definitely ways to make sure that you remind people to tell everybody how much they love your product or service. I'll stop there for you to translate.
All right, thank you. So when that say Ishiro Mingasabo promote goods, sometimes you need sponsorship. So sponsorship, sinapele example, into wedding, eh? Okay, no, let's not even go for wedding. I have a number artist, ili kia pala was Mtale Mwanza kama muluke mshishara mkulanda kalanda. So you sponsored shile mshisha kwe, then alamshita marketing gachita shile. Then also you want to watch the printout, kula badi mo badawa awa tumoshte fama concertine. Kula badi mo bale pena tu paper something na simple paper so. So it's more print the pen printing one page nishinga. It's like 5 kwacha. Two kwacha. Okay, for kuanza kwa printer 2 kwacha, but it should be 5 kwacha. So ngana bale bafuna kwali for like this, like air salon or fish for sema kafuna 200. What? Mwapela marketing is what they are trying to say, but it's mukwanisha nangu ya bani. Then the digital advertising. If you try something about Facebook, put more your WhatsApp, put more post up status from where. There are so many ways. I need much more because Google market business here. Want to get search na salon on Google, your channel will pop up, and that way you're marketing yourself. People will get to know about you. Then public relations, function. But PF na campaign. Like that's people are there. A lot of you can also bring in your business. My business here. Again, run that promotional messages and emailing. Mutu gashite chintu mlianda fia tapapele ngashita. Oh, okay, bye. It's important to worship kwanda na there na lima. So tumapela namba so that tunamia kwa munga na promotion. So that's it. Ngabampela namba tumwa tumeshani ka message. Ni pata kofia so tumate mo pata kofia so. Na ngwaisa question limo kusenda fia namba yako. Mwapela pesa. Maybe it's in the immediate. You just want to keep that contact right? Then the other thing, but that's affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is the last time. Umuntu anataka advertising. Na mwaisa mwat okay. Ishindi kila kwa mshopu mmobi. Ngawashta wala senda mwayaso na so. O ngawafaya kwa mtu le focus stage wala yamo. That's what badala nipadi affiliate marketing ngamle. Then word of mouth. That's all about the mwana sana. It's a favorite word of mouth. Balanda ti customer wa sansa muka nishara kana ni wobe campaign manager of Indo Fostish. No, that person is so kind. Have you ever been to that salon? You. She even gives us juice. Have you gone to that salon? Well, she's always a happy person. Have you been to that restaurant? They cook nice food and they are clean, you know. So make sure you don't like customer so that they will always be there to speak for your business and you have more customers. Thank you.
Okay. Then let's talk about place, right? The name says it all. The place is where, to whom, and how, and when you will sell your product. Right? Is your place the local town, the local village, the local city, the local state? Are you, international? Are you serving an entire continent? Just things like that that you want to consider. Generally, when it's a solopreneur small business, it's usually the local town, the local city, sometimes the local state. So you definitely want to make sure that you think about where you are selling your product, where your target market lives. And that is the to whom. How you're selling it, right? Are you selling it in a store? Are you selling it online? And when will you sell the product? Are you open all year? Are you a seasonal business where you only sell during a specific time of the year? And then distribution and fulfillment channels and geographic availability. And that usually applies to a lot larger organizations that have to work with supply chain management and stuff like that. Generally, small businesses, you don't really have to worry about that too much. Usually a small business will get one distributor or one place where they can purchase their product and then mark it up. Or mark it up as part of a service or whatever your pricing strategy is. I'll wait for you to translate.
All right, thank you. So by that's the last one in place in chain. Like epo mleshtisha no the business plan very important time. The more people are getting self-marketed businesses because of what the place. So by that's it's very important. Ukusanga area where bati yaramya fuirisho ko bati products enyara ishuri. For example, when you're in front of a school, almost you're self-marketed project. Because almost every people that goes in that school, they know that see, if I want a book, I'll just go to the shop opposite the school. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, a few things to consider, just a few examples. If you have a B2C business where you sell to consumers, do you have an office or a shop? Are you only available online, as we discussed? If you're online, what platforms are you going to use? Are you going to be selling only on Instagram or Facebook using their platforms? Do you have a Shopify website? So those are the things that you think about with place, right? And then if you have a B2B business, are you going to be traveling door to door? Again, do you have a website? How are you going to find your leads? Where are your leads for new clients coming from? Are you going to reach out to people? So those are a few things to consider when we're talking about place.
All right, thank you. So when next round let's hang up place sign. Mufiro again marudisha bushe place in the choir. Ngaba tukalash shafe online nangu bantu bakulaisa kuno nangu niche nakula mfiamo nangu kushanipa website nakula shtisha nipa Facebook fina chukuletia papene nipa WhatsApp. So ilo mlesanga place mufiro mwa put that in mind then. Nangu mlesha panani at the end of the day ninga taku deliver about 3 to unless very for ways are saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And then the last P, the fifth P, is people. And like I said earlier, when I first started this presentation, people is a new addition to the P's. And how are people different from promotion and place? Well, people aren't just your customers. People are also the team that makes part of your company. So if you're a solopreneur, your people, that's you. If you have a team that helps you, maybe you have someone that helps you with sales, maybe you have someone that helps you, restock your store, whatever it is, whatever your team is made up of, that is what people consists of. And for example, if you have affiliates, right, selling your product for commission, those are considered part of your people. They're considered part of your team. I'll wait for you to translate.
All right, thank you. So let's E P, which is people by the coffee. So by the message they realize that every business in the Tapudia Bantoy, because I want to by making a business you'll be possible. So by that we share place in a promotion yapsana kubantu. Right? Because our bantu aba every customer group. So like people are your customers and they make your scenario complete. You that's why they decided to have people.
Thank you. And just to add on to the people, right? Because your customers are part of the people. And some of these interchange, right? Because your customers are also your target. So a big part about, a big thing about the customers that you always want to remember is your happy customers are not just your people, they are your promotion, right? Happy customers equal word of mouth promotion. So always make sure that you focus on the happy customer because again, they're giving you free promotion.
All right, thank you. So better than that, say, I want to feel my book chat. customer usansa mwiki ke customer ke I promotion yen akulakisa ku advertise ku bantu bandi. When I come and buy something from you and it has really made me happy because maybe it's quality, because you treated me well, you watching social, you know, Facebook, oh my God, have you been to this place? This place is really nice. So it's about the feelings and the emotions of people that get to post about the place there where they go to and whatever they get in. So that make to start realize that our customer base, about these people, our customer base, and we need to make them happy. You'll find that it's going to be free promotion and free marketing of our products and services. Because and hence more people will know about us. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so now that we discussed what the 5 Ps are, I'm a big fan of examples. And so I want to make sure that I have one example of a business that we can use to talk about the 5 Ps so that as you think about your own business, you can start coming up with ideas for your 5 Ps as well, right? Okay, so let's say we have a sneaker application. Right? You have an app ID in mind, an online marketplace for unique sneakers, right? So let's use this example and put it into the market with the help of the 5 Ps. I'll let you translate.
So, but let's say I am now to understand the 5 Ps. People, product, price, promotion, and place. So at number class to understand the value for which applied to the former business is fine. So Bala Pela example business yamas nike. So for Bala people lined up. Thank you.
Okay, so the reason you chose the app, right? We're talking about product. The reason you chose that app is that it brings sneakerheads, people who love sneakers together that you know, because you know a sneakerhead and they do their buying on eBay and in-store trading. And so online marketing is developing and each unique product has its own marketplace nowadays, right? However, there's an opening for rare sneakers. There's this huge thing that has happened now where people are buying sneakers and they are selling them, they're reselling them for ridiculous amounts of money with tremendous markups. And there has become an industry that has grown out of this. And so there's no app right now that people can use to search for the sneakers and then buy them and then trade them. And so you're filling a space in an existing market with high demand potential, right? Remember what I said about you're offering something of value that people will want to pay for? You're giving them the value of an app, a marketplace that they can use to make their lives easier as, you know, sneaker collectors, sneaker resellers.
Okay, so in a business, you must think a line. I must think a joke a line. So I'm aware that in I must think I knew. I'll over for a shine for demands. Because we for our which the supply field, but when someone to the app and your poverty, either communicate to the other one. Okay, I must think as I knew she didn't because even a month there's a demand and there's a high demand. So that's why Mwashita decided one way which they are so. Thank you.
Thank you. So for Catherine, Elizabeth, and Mary, the first thing that you want to think about with that product is, you know, why did you choose to sell this product or service for your business? What are you giving in value that people want to pay money for?
So, Imam Filemwe trying. Since Okoba guys, I don't remember about the way in a niche, change like what value. Shaman person to Desa Mushta Kurimwe, than kuliyako bashikishaka. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's talk about price for your sneaker app, right? You're not selling sneakers yourself, so your pricing isn't the price of the sneakers. Your app, what you're giving your customers is the service of them being able to buy and sell sneakers. So you're working on a commission from each of those sales. So you have to think, what can be a fair rate that will keep you in business, that will pay the developers' salaries, right? The people who create your app for you and keep it running, compensate you for the advertising, the promotion, right? One of the P's. And again, your developer salaries, that's part of your people. And also you have to pay for your website hosting and all of those things. So that's, again, part of your price. Will you take a commission from the buyers? Will you take a commission from the sellers? Or will you have a commission from both sides? And so all of these things are things that you have to consider when you're setting your price for your service that you're offering these sneaker buyers and sellers. I'll let you translate.
So for tonight, your app one day, we must have sneakers. Demo, our sneakers are demo breaking. Could be so when you're just creating a platform, Jane. I want to finish guys up Apple answer like the way Ulendo app here. So you can buy anything from Ulendo app, like pizza shani, but step at pangani, pizza shani. So you're any platform. So I'm feeling more busha. At which each national look up app a month, for example, my sneakers are what paid. Now then how nala liquidation never in Bombay, never application, ama workers was never liquidation. So I'm one to Kana, the ones a column so to Masaka in this nigga feeling here to watch a Malaysian and pay 10 quarter to bring them a Peramomaka, bring them my Piramoem, bring them my Piramonan. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Now we go on to promotion, right? Now that you've decided on a price and you're almost ready to launch your app, will you create a demand before going live so you can set expectations? Where will you announce that you have the perfect app for sneakerheads, right? Clearly, you're going to want to target those people who are sneakerheads. So you can use Facebook ads. You can contact the Facebook group owners of people who are sneaker fanatics and, offer them some kind of promotion money. You can contact Amazon sellers, eBay profiles, right? People that are already doing this online, but don't have your own platform. You could even put banners near the stores that buy and sell unique sneakers or do sneaker trading, right? But again, when you're doing your promotion, you want to make sure that you're reaching your target and not wasting money or efforts on unrelated people, unrelated consumers, right? So you don't want to go to neighborhoods and just leave your banners everywhere thinking that people, may like your product. You don't want to go to neighborhoods that maybe don't have a lot of sneaker stores. Maybe you just want to keep it online. For example, if it's an app, I would totally keep the marketing online. So you want to think about where your target lives and how you're going to reach them with your promotion. I'll let you translate.
All right, thank you. So let's see. After much to decide price, I'm the go class then I'm feeling more regulation number. Now to share site. My promotion in Nala said that there's a live Nala stepping down the brochure to get around it or Nala Facebook. So when I say that since number the app is better, you just keep it online. It's online. But when I'm going, you can do it physically wherever. But at the end of the day, I'm feeling share. Niche and show more some promotes here lava sweet him. So for example, in Facebook, some people even put on their profiles what. So kulekesha okubala abantu benu nesha mwana to make sure that the information investigation but they reach. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're almost to the end. So just like your promotion strategy, right? Your place strategy is where are you going to place your app? Are you going to put it on the Google Play Store? Are you going to put it on the Apple Store? Will you have a desktop app as well? Will you have a website where people can just use it and not just be stuck with an app? So sneaker people tend to use their phones more than desktop, right? And you would learn this from doing some market research. So do you think investing in a desktop app is worth it? Maybe not. Maybe you just want to keep it to Google Play and Apple Store. So these are things to think about, right? When you are thinking about the place. I'll let you translate.
Okay, thank you. So my ngati namlolesha mwisho mngatema promote nomba uko malafika kwa for example basi nikazi malafika pesa. Are you going to just keep it online like that, or maybe malafika ka kala sanga pa Play Store or pa Google Store, or malafika maybe ni web link or what? So depending on research, because something research is very important. Chama kushofka determine place kumalafika inani. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. And then we have people, right? The people, you already have your customer base in mind, so you know that part of your people. And then you know what sneaker people want. So it would be great if you built a team that can also connect with them, that also maybe are sneaker people. So maybe your salespeople can be sneaker people. Maybe your developers can be sneaker people. So you want to think about building a team depending on what your whatchamacallit, depending on what it is that you're selling and who it is that your target market is, and again, what your place is, where you're going to sell it. It always makes sense to build out a team that is excited about that product and that maybe can relate with that product. It doesn't have to be, 100% sneaker people, but if you are building out a team, it always helps to have at least, a few people that understand that market. I'll let you translate.
All right, thank you. So when let's see, after Marisha, the Sukumalai abantu, like since Nampata customer mind when number customer session kuli. So since Nampata abantu limbi nangu yoreti na mushabantu abantu mama sneaker ya Timwapanga team, like how you can connect to those people that you know that want. The mama sales people so like whatever will be your team so that you reach out to the abantu. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. That's it. That's our presentation. I hope that you learned about the 5 Ps, and most importantly, I hope that it gets you starting to think about how it can impact your business and give you a better competitive edge to be successful. So I'm open for questions.
Hi, Emma.
Yes, I'm asking them. That's my question.
Okay.
Open my questions. Feel free today. I read my question.
actually going to press it, but then you compete the pressing. If there's no more presses, yeah, well, then I will maybe I can call it from home and then almost the laws. So how do you know the pressing? How do you do the pressing?
Okay, there's a question from Catherine who has a salon. So she's saying, with regards to competitor pricing, how do you work around it to make sure that you still have customers because you don't want your things to be too quite expensive? So you want to give an average price. Now, also, maybe you might make a loss because you don't know, for example, in a case for a salon, maybe someone has a salon and they have like family members doing the work, so they're not really paid, and you have to pay your workers. So then you find that they are way too cheap, and it could be hard for you.
Okay, so her competition has an unfair advantage in the pricing structure because they are saving a lot of money on employees, right? Because a lot of employees are families, and that happens a lot. That happens everywhere. You know, anytime, you know, here in the States, if you have a restaurant and you have family, generally, if you have your kids helping out, you know, they're teenagers or whatever, you don't pay them, you get the free labor. And so you're able to price things a little bit more cheaply, right? And so the way around that is, you know, you are going to have to price yourself competitively unless you're offering something that is so outrageously excellent that people are just dying to come to your salon, right? And I don't know what that could be, but if that's not something that you have, right? And most people don't. Most businesses, you know, they're just generating revenue because they have a service, they see that there's a need, and they can serve that need and deliver a product or service that is good, that is quality, that people are willing to pay for, right? The value for the money. So at that point, you can look at your products and see if maybe you can get cheaper products, right? You can also sell the products and mark up the sales price of the products to kind of, you know, make up for the lack in revenue of the service, right? So if you have, you know, a special balm that you're using and you train your staff to talk about how amazing this balm is, right? And you can even pay them a commission. Hey, every time you sell one of these products to your customers, you're going to make extra money. So you're giving your people an incentive, keeping them happy, right? Giving them an option to make more money. And you are finding a way to make up that lost revenue from the service with additional products. So I'll stop there so you can translate. I know I gave you a lot.
She's able to understand, right? Okay, so bakabati chali cha shupaini ifine naveno kuwa fika chisikike kubati na kwata customer na kwata maweka zabale kwa family. So for me that takia kubati we're making sure that my products, and because you have people that are paying normally blind, so my products and try to find where you can get the same quality hair but at a cheaper price. So try on reducing cost as much as possible, so that it compensates the then also sometimes now when you offer service so also aim at offering the uniqueness of your product. Because you want because of the quality of your products, then when you want to get cheaper by 50% cheap, they'll just want to come to you. I know to pay 300 but the girl I bought charges 700, and I bought to Hawaii. So try as much as possible to offer a service, but somehow unique. People will come despite the price. And also just reduce on costs where possible. Maybe we're complacent the thing to watch people so that you balance up like that. Otherwise, if you start making a loss, you're better off stopping. So find other ways. But even when you give that same price everyone is giving, you're still making a profit because you've reduced 15. So thank you. You are on mute.
Yes, thank you. So one last thing too about that, think about your promotion, right? If your customers are happy with your service and with that product that you're additionally selling to them, tell them, hey, tell everybody how much you love us. If you refer someone, I will give you your 5th haircut for free. Or, I will give you something little for free that won't cost you so much, maybe a service from you, but it will help the business because they're bringing in new customers. So any way that you can think of to give an incentive to your customers and your team to bring in more customers and to sell more product, right? Is something that you're constantly going to want to do. And that way you'll be able to minimize your risk when you're pricing yourself against that competition that has an advantage on the team cost.
Okay, thank you. She has helped. Any questions? My question is my question. Elizabeth. Okay, so Elizabeth sells charcoal. So she was saying, with the way she sells charcoal, how can she post it that make it seem differently online?
Okay, let me see if I remember, if I get that question correctly. So she is selling charcoal. Is she selling it for like barbecues, for recreation, or is she selling it for fuel, for a necessity?
Yeah, barbecue Okay, so she's selling in smaller amounts, so it's for fuel, like for cooking, for those that don't have electric stoves or gas.
Okay, so electric stoves or. Okay, so it is a necessity.
Yes.
It's a fuel. Okay, and whatchamacallit, and her question was, how can she set herself apart?
Exactly.
Okay. I would look at her competition and find out what they don't do and then do that. For example, does her competition have a monthly membership where they automatically deliver to your home, and you pay monthly, she bills you monthly, and every month on the same day, your charcoal shows up on your doorstep, right? That's one thing. Are they doing that? If they're doing that, then you're going to have to do something better. If they're not doing that, then that's going to give you, that's going to give you a step ahead, right? It's going to give you an advantage. I'll stop there. I'll come up with more ideas, but I just wanted to stop so you can.
So now I'm considering the more which is different for so imwe mlashisha malasha then manishwela mantabesa kumishte people start to send them taxi so abantu what's pitch kuri benai ngachakabati mulenzipirana this amount of money ero demeletera malasha means every day panga. Or to the extent where, like, even when you don't have money, then they will be more cheap. So, like, marketing, either way up, bring the restaurant, maybe she can just be posting food. It will be different, right? So, in Mokufa, she provides so, if you have an example, the provides monthly subscription, abantu could pay months. Oh, not what. That person send them a payment. Like what person send them a payment, no, not about because that is So like as well as my feeling, that's one she thought of. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions?
No question. Marketing. Okay, so there are no questions.
All right, well, thank you so much. It's good to see everybody. I hope that you take away something from this that helps you make your business better. If you ever want to reach out to me, Barbara has my information. I'd be happy to answer any questions or come up with ideas. But if I want to leave you with one thing, I think the most important thing, and we talked about it with Elizabeth, right? Which is find out what your competitors are not doing that you think your target market wants, and do that. Do what your competitor is not doing to make yourself better and stand ahead of them and have a competitive edge. And that's all I have.
All right, thank you so much, Danai. Thank you. So let's Emma, could you take our group photo?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. All right, when you're ready, just smile. All right, I got that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danai. And please do share your slides with me. Thank you. What did you say? Oh, Nareen. Oh, sorry. Let me take it again. All right, I got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Bye-bye. Have a great day.